Let's take a couple minutes and we'll walk through the subwoofer settings on Pioneer's DEH-X6700BT. The first thing I want to do to check with my subwoofer settings is switch the radio off. So right now I'm on the auxiliary source. So I'm going to press and hold the source button for a couple of seconds, switch the radio off. My clock still shows up on the screen here. And I'm going to press in on the volume control, and I want to roll over until I find the initial menu. And we'll press enter there. And here's my speaker and pre-out mode. This is the important setting that I'm after. I'm going to press enter here. Right now, I'm showing my rear speakers as full range and my rear RCA output as subwoofer. That's the setting that I want. This could also be set as rear speakers subwoofer output and rear RCA subwoofer output, or it could be set as rear speakers full range and rear RCA as full range. If you've chosen this setting, you won't find a subwoofer selection. You won't find subwoofer control in your audio menu. So make sure that you have the subwoofer output switched on here. This is the rear RCAs as subwoofer output switched on. Once you've done that, you can just press the source button. That'll take us back out to any of the sources, and auxiliary is fine. We'll press in on the volume control, and we're going to roll along until we find the audio menu. Here's audio. And we'll press enter, and now we want to roll along until we find our subwoofer settings. Right now our subwoofer output is switched off. If we press in on the volume control, that switches the subwoofer output on to its normal phase. Press it one more time, the subwoofer output is switched on to its reverse phase. If we press it one more time, our subwoofer output is again switched off. For right now, we want the subwoofer output on and in its normal phase, but you choose the setting that works best for you. Now we'll roll over to the next setting, which is our subwoofer control, and press in on the volume control. Please note, if you don't see subwoofer control, that's because you have the subwoofer switched off in another menu. Here we can choose a crossover point for our subwoofer between 50 and 200 Hertz. For right now we'll choose 100 Hertz and press in on the volume control, and we can choose to boost or cut the subwoofer output here. And when you're done with that, press in on the volume control, and you can choose to adjust the slope from 12 to 24 dB per octave at the given crossover point. Once you've made those adjustments, you can go back and roll over to the next setting, which is our bass boost, and press enter. Here we can choose to add a little more bottom into the system or roll it back down to 0, whatever works best for you. At any time, you can exit this menu by pressing the band button to escape.